Well, Mary Sue, what's the news? The news on Cathedral Park.
There's a lot of news. It's going to happen again.
Yay!
And this year there's a bunch of different organizations coming together, a lot of community support, a bunch of the different jazz organizations in town are coming together to make sure that the festival happens again. They're still getting support, so we do need support. Musicians need to get paid, production needs to get paid, but we're really close. If you do want to donate, it's cpjazz.com. And I am programming...
There'll be a link on the page.
There will be. Yes. Donate. It says donate. Boom.
I mean on this page, where this,
good.
this screen is sitting.
Excellent.
Yes.
So yeah, it's going to happen, and we're really grateful for all of the support in the community. I am programming this year. I did it 2 years ago with a lot of help. And I have help again this year. Farnell Newton is my co-committee chair. And we're working with other organizations for programming. But I am programming, and we have a fantastic lineup that is already committed. And we have an after-hours program as well, so we'll be doing after-hours in the clubs on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights at Central Hotel.
Wow.
But yeah, we have a fantastic lineup. We'll announce the set lineup soon, but I can tell you that it will represent Portland to its finest. We're keeping it to Portland-based bands and players that have been in the jazz scene for a really long time and deserve to represent Portland.
Can you reveal any of them?
Sure, yeah. We've got on Friday night for Blues Night, we're keeping Friday Night Blues Night. We're going back old school, so I have DK Stewart and the Soul Survivors, Karen Lovely, and ending it out with the Roseland Hunters, which is
whoa,
yeah, fantastic night.
Yeah.
And then that night we've got a great night at the hotel. And then Saturday we've got a full day. We've got both of the Browns. I know everybody says all the Browns, but you know what? They represent Portland. So we've got Chris
Mel.
Brown with his own group, with John Nastos. We've got Mel Brown. We've got Bobby Torres. We've got Sunday. We got some big bands in there. So we're bringing in Roosevelt High School from St. John's, and also Battle Ground High School to open up the series on each day. And so we got the kids in there, and that's good. We've got some local big bands, Lily Wild, who, if you hadn't heard, Tom Royer is deserving of support, so they're in there, as well as Art Abrams. George Colligan is in there, Alan Jones, Randy Porter, Jeff Baker. We try to get as many fine Portland musicians, and believe me, I know we're missing a lot, but we're trying to represent what Portland does best, which is fantastic.
Yes, but those musicians aren't just Portland musicians.
No, they're not, but they're based here.
They're based there, yeah. They live here. But,
yeah. And Devin, we've got Devin and Reggie Houston, and so we try to just go back. You know, Farnell's got his soul group in there, and we just tried to represent as many kinds of music as we could with the limited time slots that we had. So we hope you like it.
Great. And it is special. It is so special. I mean, the Waterfront Blues Festival is one thing. You know, that's an enormous thing. But it's not, and we love it, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, Oregon Music News is a media sponsor of that also.
Yep.
But the Cathedral Park Jazz Festival is so relaxed.
It is. Yeah.
But the music is so great.
It is.
It's an interesting combination of like relaxation and great art.
And it's families.
Yeah.
Families can go. You know, you can take a picnic. It's free, and I think that it represents Portland, the Blues Festival also, of course, PDX Jazz Festival, of course. We have great festivals here.
We do.
But there is something really special about Cathedral Park, and it's why I'm back on board this year.
One of my favorite pictures that Oregon Music News has ever run is one that we took, I guess, 2 years ago, with all of these kids dancing in front of the quadrophones.
Oh, yeah.
I love that picture, and it says so much about the festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of the quadrophones,
Speaking of quadrophones,
you got your Kickstarter.
we did get our Kickstarter. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So what's going on?
Well, we're going into the studio next week. Farnell and I just finished programming Cathedral Park, and it's all originals. So the Kickstarter was so that quadrophones could go and record all originals. So we're going in next Thursday and Friday at Kung Fu Bakery with Bob Stark.
Wow.
And we're going to record our album. And we have our CD release set September 13th at Jimmy Mac's.
Great.
Yeah.
So is it funky stuff? Is it jazz?
It's funky.
Is it?
Yeah, it's funky. And it's funny because right after we record the album, we're doing this big classical concert in June. So we're like, why are we so crazy that we're trying to record an album and then go do this? But we've always done a lot of different stuff. So we've done stuff as a quartet. And, you know, if you come to our classical concert, you can hear that. But we wanted to do a funk album.
Yeah.
We'd like to go out and play some festivals. And our Kickstarter was called Let's Get the Funk Out There. And we have a fantastic rhythm section in Leah Hinchcliffe and Ward Griffiths.
Yes.
And we would like to also showcase them so that we can show you what we can do on the funky side, too.
Ward Griffiths. Talk about talent deserving wider recognition.
Jeez Louise, you don't have to tell me.
She's amazing, and just nope, because she doesn't play a lot.
She doesn't. And I mean, people will walk by at festivals when we're playing and they'll just be like, whoa, and we're like, yep, yep, that's our girl.
Well, when we lost the Blue Monk, we also lost your Sunday night series at the Blue Monk. So what's going to happen with that?
Well, yeah, so the Blue Monk got bought out and it is shut down.
Yes.
I've run the series for over 2 years, and it's been fantastic. Blue Monk was awesome. The staff and the owners were great, and so many people wanted to play that series, which is an indication of, because these bands are playing for the door. There are not a lot of jazz clubs in town. People have very few venues to play in, and so it was a sad blow to lose the Blue Monk, but something else will come along, and for me, I am starting a new series. John Wallace, the owner of Duff's, that has moved out to 82nd, has the other tavern, Starday Tavern, on 65th and Foster, and so I'm starting a new series. It won't be all jazz, but it's called Fopo All Stars. There's a lot of fantastic musicians that live in the Foster Powell area. So every Wednesday it's free. There's no cover. He is guaranteeing the band's money, so come down and support that.
Wow.
And
Like,
have
who
some
will be
drinks.
playing there, for instance?
Well, so next Wednesday, it won't always be me, I'm in a Morphine tribute band. We did a show at Goodfoot with Trio Subtonic and Quads. That was great.
Yeah.
So it's Morphine tribute band along with Alligator versus Crocodile, which is a New Orleans band. So that's a double bill this coming Wednesday. The following Wednesday is Kate Presley, my buddy who's a trumpet player, for March 4th, along with Don Corey from Flatland, and this is my bass sign.
I see that.
And Dave Muldoon, so some old buddies. And that'll be jazz. And then Chelsea Luker, my pal from the Quadrophones, has her band Joy Tribe coming in to do sort of a funk jam, not necessarily open jam, but on the fourth Wednesday. The first Wednesday in June, David Valdez is bringing in a buddy of his from out of town. So it's going to be different every Wednesday. We'll have a page up for it called Fopo All Stars, or you can check Starday Tavern's website.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good going.
Thanks. I'm lucky.
You know, it's we're lucky to have you in this town. You know that. That's really true. I'm not just saying that. You know.
I appreciate that, Tom. And you know, I along with appreciating the great musical talent in this town and being happy to be a player in this town and be able to play with so many wonderful people, I'm 100% committed to making sure that live jazz and live music is out there and supported, and I really do it from my heart because it's really important.